All right, Gemini, what's going on for you? This is for Gemini, for my Geminis for mid-month of June. So hope you're having a happy birthday month. Hope everybody's doing great. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, Geminis. Let's see what's happening right now for you. Let's get some advice. Fire energy going on. Good. Protection. Good. Look at that. Jealousy. Oh my God, yes. Karmic path. All right, my friend. Anger. I'm getting this as anger. And there's some relationship around you that if people are telling you to forgive or like move on or don't let it bother you or something like that, I really want to say to you that anger is really good at solving problems. There's a reason for anger. It's not for nothing. So it's not just meant for you to hold on to it and not do anything with it. Anger is like, it's almost like it's Mars, it's Aries energy. It's about solving the problem. Do that. Okay? Do that. There's somebody around you who isn't good for you, who may be jealous of you, or that's I don't know if like you're seeing that or if that's the foundation of some really weird behavior on somebody's part. Okay? That's what it is. They're jealous. They don't like you being happy. They don't want you to have nice things. They're just like super duper insecure. Okay? So if you're seeing that, first of all, you're protected. But second of all, this is part of your karmic lesson, is to use that anger to solve the problem. And whatever that problem is, if it means getting them out of your life, if it means, whatever the answer is, solve the problem. And then your energy doesn't get sucked into this anymore. Okay? That's good. All right. Let's see what's going on underneath here. Four of Cups, the Six of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles. Look at this. The Ace of Swords. Woo! I love this. And sorry for those of you wearing headphones. Three of Wands. So I feel like some of you have been like dragging your feet on this, or maybe you just didn't realize that you could just solve the problem and move on. There's been a delay, a big old delay, maybe like a really long delay in you solving this problem. And I'm talking years. Okay? I'm talking years. And it's time to do it now. Okay? Stop messing around with this. There's absolutely no chance. If you're hanging around wanting someone to change, you're going to waste your life. Okay? So it's time to really Ace of Swords it. Tell yourself some hard truths. Okay? Tell yourself some hard truths. It's time for you to turn your back on this and solve the problem. Maybe walking away, maybe letting go. I'm definitely getting that for some of you. Because this person is really doing some weird things. And I just feel like they're watching you. Because they're watching you in some way, or they're wondering what you're doing or what your next move is or something like that. It's like, oh my God, exhausting. Okay. Nine of Wands. Yes, this has been going on for a long time. Queen of Wands. Justice. I like it. Six of Cups. Wow, that long? Since childhood? For some of you. Two of Swords. The moon. We are having the full moon in Sag, which is the opposite of your sign. We just had the new moon in your sign a couple weeks ago. Today, as I'm doing this reading, this is for mid-June, but today, as I'm reading this for you, we have the full moon in Sagittarius. And it is a very powerful moon. It is the strawberry moon, and this is the time when, strawberries bloom, and, we used to plant by the moon cycles. I don't know if you know that. That's why there are all those names, Wolf Moon and all this kind of stuff. That's an indigenous cultural reference that, as natural human beings, we used to work more with the energies than we do now. Okay? And sometimes when we do stuff now, we're not paying attention to the energy of it. We're not paying attention. Like, I'm this is Saturn here. And so Saturn right now is squaring Jupiter as it just moved into Cancer. Saturn's in Aries, so very cardinal sign energy. And Saturn in Aries is like a lesson about your identity that needs solving because it's time to release it and let go. Full moon in Sagittarius. Maybe there's something here too optimistic or too childlike. You think this person's going to change. It comes from childhood. This belief system comes from childhood. Okay? 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 8 of Wands. I just feel like you might have let somebody in your life who really held you back. Maybe not right now, but certainly in the past. And this person was, wow, I'm getting the phrase dead weight. Oof. What? Okay. So you have other things to do here. I just get the really strong feeling that your guides are saying, hey, come on, you got other things to do. You got bigger fish to fry. This is something that we should have solved years ago, months ago, whatever it is. The 9 of Wands is saying, like, there's no upside in holding on to this. What you can do is internalize the wisdom. Oh, there's the Hanged Man. There's no upside in this, okay? And just, it's time to release it. Star, healing energy there. The Magician, woo, I kind of like that. And Judgment. So I feel like you're afraid of what other people will think when you do this. And when you let this person go, when you divorce this person, when you cut them off, when you kick them out of your life, what will the neighbors think? What will my family think? Or if it's family, then what will other people think if I kick them out of my life? You know what they're going to think? They're going to think good for you. Because this is justice. They're going to think good for you. And I feel like you haven't done it because there is still some deep things. Can you be more specific about that? Yes, please. There's some deep hard wiring that has happened and it's coming out in this connection. So this might be something known as a trauma bond or somebody that if somebody blows hot and cold with you, that's called intermittent reinforcement. And it's a thing that rewires your brain and sets expectations. And if you are constantly trying to get back to the good time, to when they were nice to you, to when they were sweet, when they were loving, and you have this sense of like 1 step forward, 2 steps back kind of thing, that is, I want to validate that for you. And I want to say super unhealthy. Okay. So justice is coming here. The full moon in Sagittarius, this is a really good time, this mid-June, to really release it because I feel like you're learning now who you are without this person. And maybe, maybe you've done a lot of things in your life or like set your life up to kind of revolve around them or revolve around their needs or their wants or something like that. Time to jettison all of that stuff. 4 of Swords, Page of Cups, the 10 of Wands, and the Lover's card. There you are. There's your card. And this 10 of Wands says it's time to release it. I feel like there's something here about, this is, an apology, but I feel like this is an apology to yourself for hanging on so long to something that was harmful or hurtful. It's like time to forgive yourself and get on with it. All right, get on with it because look at what's coming here. A new collaboration, 10 of Cups and the 8 of Wands. There's something new trying to come into your life and it can't do it if this person or this, it's not even the person. It's the energetic expression of an unhealthy situation. So even if you're doing your healing work, I see it here with the Star and the 4 of Swords, even if you're doing your healing work and all of that, which is all good. And just, keep doing it. There's something about solving the problem. And I love this, forgiveness. Okay. Yeah. I get why people say that, but I'm really strongly feeling for you that it's much more about telling of a truth. That there's some kind of truth that at the very least you need to tell yourself. So you're shifting your perspective of this. You're shifting your perspective of like, well, maybe if I were just better or prettier or skinnier or whatever, then this person would change and love me back. I'm going to tell you, it's purposeful that they're doing what they're doing. Even if it's unconscious for them, it's purposeful because this is how they control people. Time to turn your back. Let's see where you're going. All right, let's do a little stuff. Let's do some things in the extended. I'm going to look at what you don't see coming. Let's see where we're going in the next 30 days, and let's see how this plays out. I'm going to go more into this person a little bit just because I feel like there's something here that's like to block or not to block. Like, okay, like your actual, what actions am I actually taking? What actions am I actually taking? Okay. All right, Gemini, link, blink in Lio. There's a link below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there.